Most product managers are knocking on the front door. Resume updated, LinkedIn open, job boards alert on, and yet they're still stuck because the front door, it's jammed. Too many candidates, too little trust, too much noise. A quieter way, a smarter way, a way that's not about doing more, but about doing what actually works. This is the back door to your dream product management job. And once you take it, you'll wonder why you ever settle for anything else. Let's start here. There are two doors. The front door is the obvious one. Apply online, hope to get picked, wait. The back door is the one nobody talks about because most people don't know it even exists or they don't believe it could work for them, but it does. It works consistently for the product managers who learn how to use it. Here's the truth. Hiring isn't about experience. It's about belief. Belief that you can solve the problem. You've done it before. You will lead when it's messy. The belief is never built in a resume. It's built in your brand. Let's unpack that. The front door relies on credentials, certifications, templates, years of experience. It assumes if I just show the right bullet points, someone will connect the dots. They're trying to avoid risk. They want proof, not potential. They want to feel safe choosing you. And that's why the front door fails, because it never builds trust. Now, the back door, that's a whole different game. It starts with something most job seekers completely ignore. Your brand, not in a flashy way, not in a influencer way, but in a strategic product way. You are the product. Your story is the positioning. Your message is the go-to-market. And your content and your LinkedIn, well, those are the landing pages. Your referrals are your warm distribution channels. Backdoor PMs don't change broad visibility. They engineer credibility. They build a brand that moves through the market before they even show up to interview. Let's look at what the backdoor flywheel actually looks like. You clarify your narrative, your unique positioning, outcomes, and value. You activate your brand, which is your LinkedIn content, your case stories, your proof points. You move through warm networks, referrals, high signal introductions, direct outreaches. You drive compounding credibility. Every conversation builds belief before you enter the interview. By the time someone interviews you, they already believe. You're not proving yourself. You're confirming what they expect. That's the power of the back door. Now, most people think brand is optional or extra or like nice to have. But here's the truth. In a crowded market, your brand is your job search. It's not about being loud. It's about being clear. Clear about what you solve, clear about who you help, clear about the outcomes that you drive. When your brand is clear, your network works harder for you. Your referrals carry more weight. Your outreach lands differently. And the best part, your brand starts doing the heavy lifting before you even enter the room. So, how do you build that backdoor brand? Here's what backdoor product managers do differently. Number one, they tell a signature narrative, not a generic resume story. They're not describing tasks. They're describing decisions, trade-offs, outcome, impact. It's the story that answers what changes when I'm in the room. Remember, engineers can build product without you being there. But what changes when you are in the room? What am I known for solving over and over again? Why am I the obvious hire for this role? That's the foundation. And it powers everything else. Your resume, your LinkedIn, your outreach, your interviews. Everything's powered by this one thing. It's your press release before the product launches. Second, they don't network. They move through warm paths. They're not sending 50 cold messages a day, although they might send some in addition. They're showing up where they belong. They tap existing networks. They spark genuine conversations. They lead with relevance. Their outreach isn't, hey, can you refer me? It's, here's who I can help. Here's how I help. Here's why it matters now. I'd love your take. They don't chase jobs. They chase interest. They create interest because their brand builds signal. It provides that signal what they're good at. And that signal, well, it creates pull for the right opportunities. Look, if everything I'm talking about makes sense right now, make sure we get to the next level. So book a call with my team where we'll analyze your career, understand exactly what's going wrong, and help you figure out how to use this approach to your next goal. The link is in the notes. Number three, they use content to create credibility. They're not trying to go viral, They're using content like a strategic artifact. One post that shows thought leadership, one story that highlights product judgment, comments that earn trust. Every piece of content becomes part of their credibility trail. So that when a recruiter sees their profile, it's not just another PM. It's, oh, this person gets it. We should talk to them. Content becomes your inbound resume. It greases the wheels. It's make sure people already have a positive impression of you even before you show up to the interview. Now, number four, they rehearse to gain confidence and not just competence. They practice how they show up, how they open, how they hold a room. They stop oversharing, over talking. They stop underclaiming as well. They stop asking for permission and they start delivering from a high internal sense of belief. Their story isn't, I hope I get that job. It's, here's the value I drive. Let's see if we're aligned. Let's see if it's the right place for me to drive that value. And if not, I have many other opportunities. Number five, they trust themselves to collapse a new identity. They stop rehearsing being stuck. They stop telling stories of waiting, of being laid off. They say, I'm already the kind of person who is a director. I'm already solving $10 million problems. I'm already a leader in this space. I'm already making $1 million a year. They rehearse that belief until it comes true because it always starts there. Your beliefs should not come from what the reality is right now. Your beliefs come first and then reality catches up to match it. One of my coaches taught me, which my wife and kids make a lot of fun of me for, is it's not I will believe it when I see it. It's I will see it when I believe it. So that belief, that internal work you do first. And it's one of the interesting things nobody talks about. Everybody talks about tactics of job search, networking and whatnot. But that belief is the 10x multiplier that makes everything go super strong. I mean, think about your favorite sports. Are your other top performers so much physically, technically better than the others? No, they're all like top of the game. Like they have the skills. Everybody has the skills at their top level. It's the mental difference, the psychology that makes the difference. So doesn't it make sense for you to both work on your strategy as well as your psychology, right? All of those things work together. So here's my question to you. Are you going to keep knocking on the front door, keep tweaking the resume, keep hoping someone sees you? Or are you ready to take the back door, to clarify your brand, to activate your network, to show up where it actually matters? Because the product managers who are winning in today's market, they're not waiting to be picked. They're building brands that do the work for them. They're not just product leaders. They're positioned as product leaders. And that's the difference. Now, if this spoke to you, don't go back to applying randomly. Don't keep rehearsing the same story. Start building your back door. One conversation, one story, one belief at a time. You already have everything you need. You just need to stop knocking on the wrong door and walk in through the right door. Look, at this point, you have a choice. You can take all this and be like, hey, this is a good video or a crappy video or whatever, and I'm going to forget about it. Or you can choose to do something. I invite you to book a call with my team. Sometimes we get booked for a week in advance, so I apologize if it's one of those busy periods. But the link's in the description. I'll wait for you to book it. And after you book it, make sure you watch this video that walks you through exactly step by step what would I do if I was searching for a job in today's product management job market.